Hello, I am Dr. Stephanie Susberich, composer and vocalist, and I'm based here in New York City. I was born and raised in the New York area. My mom is from Ecuador. My dad was born here in the United States, but his heritage came from Croatia. And so my whole life I've had different multicultural influences, not only because the two streams of my family are immigrants, but also because I grew up in the tri-state area and have always been exposed to the entire palette of the world in terms of music and culture. I attended NYU as an undergrad. A few years after that, I went for my first formal degree in music. I started as a singer, getting my first master's in classical vocal performance. And during that time, I took an elective to learn how to compose. And so how we began that journey was through arranging other people's compositions. At the end of the class, the instructor said to us, okay, now you can compose whatever you would like, just make an original work. And so I knew that I wanted to set the Spanish language. I knew I wanted it to be a woman's words, and more specifically, her words before dying. And the reason this was all important to me is because I speak Spanish, being half Latina. So that language is very close to my psyche. So I knew it would work as a singer to write something for myself to sing in this great romance language. But I also wanted to represent a woman because we know that in the canon, you don't always get as much balance in terms of the female perspective. So I wanted to contribute to the voices of women in what I would compose. So what I did was I typed into Google Latina, last words before dying. And what came up was a poem named Ultima Rima, which means last poem. And it was so beautifully written, and it struck me so profoundly because it seemed to tell my own story. Prior to this time in my life, I had been in the hospital for 2 years, and I'd been very, very, very ill, almost died from lupus. And I had to fight for my life for most of my 20s. I'd been through chemo, multiple operations, major operations, and I hadn't yet had the words to describe what that harrowing experience was. So this is why I went on the journey to find somebody's last words before dying, because I knew what that felt like. I knew what that was. And I know that when you're in your last moments, which I had thought many times during that very difficult time in my life, you really can't lie to yourself, and your entire life comes into relief. And so, since I hadn't actually died, I'd been brought out of that seemingly miraculously, I was in a bit of a whiplash and shock, mentally, spiritually. So I needed to find someone else's words to set to music. And I came across a woman named Juana Borrero, who was a poetess from the 19th century in Cuba. And she died of something somewhat similar ailment in the sense that it affected her lungs. She was dying of tuberculosis. And the way that she described her reality while on her deathbed in her last poem resonated very strongly with me. And it moved me to the point where I said, I'm going to set her words. And not only am I going to set her words because she's telling my story, but I'm going to learn how to be a composer so that I can tell her story. And so then I went on this journey of higher education after my first master's, where I got a graduate diploma in composition at the Longy School of Music. And I followed that up with a master's in composition at Tufts University. And that led me to my doctorate in composing. And this is all from a poem. This is all from Juana Borrero's last poem, which became my first composition. Juana Borrero, her story became a song cycle. I've written several song cycles at this point, but her song cycle will be coming out in the new year as my first album. And I'm so happy to share her with the world. Now, one thing we have in common, having gone through the depths of dealing with our own mortality, is I believe we're both rooted, although she died over 100 years ago, we're both rooted in the darkness. And if you look at her poetry, and you will hear it in my song cycle, there is a reckoning with the deepest parts of reality the parts from which we cannot hide and which may consume us if we don't have the grasping for something beyond the darkness. And so my music combines the rudeness in the darkness with a grasping always towards the light, something numinous, something that is beyond mortality. I'm always reaching for the eternal in my sound. And all this time I've been singing, even now I sing professionally. And so I consider myself truly both a singer and a composer. Love and music are the two wings of the soul. Why separate them? And I live by that, and I put that into my music. And as you listen to the clips that are often calling from different parts of a composition, because we only have 30 minutes in this video, I hope that you can hear the love shining through the darkness. The light shines in the darkness, but the darkness has not overcome it.
Como distante faro. Ideal que alumbra mi horizonte como distante faro.
do not fear that these loving words are belied by a debased hand. I do not yield to outrageous impositions. And before being unfaithful, I'll take my life.
No temas que estas niñas cariñosas las desmienta con mano envilecida.
Give me the kiss I've dreamed of in my nights, in my forlorn nights of sorrows and tears. Leave a star upon my lips and subtle perfume in my soul.
Thank you for watching my composer portrait. A couple of things coming up for me in the 2026 new year. My album, Canciones de Juana Borrero, or Songs of Juana Borrero, will be coming out with the cover art by the amazing Hector Frank, Cuban artist. And this will be coming out on the Composers Concordance record label. Very excited for that. The song cycle is the Cuban Cultural Center's submission to this year's Carnegie Hall's United in Sounds America at 250 Festival in March. I'm just so honored and so happy to get Juana Borrero out there into our ecosystem here in New York and the wider world. I also will continue my concert series, Next Sounds, in addition to singing at galas, events, my own concerts, and group muses throughout New York and beyond. And I continue with private commissions, including a piece for string orchestra and voice, as well as piano and other chamber musics. So, always remember, love and music are the two wings of the soul. Why separate them? And I will see you around New York. Thank you, Composers Now. Thank you to Tanya Leon and the entire team. Ciao.